Would you firstly like to start off by introducing yourself and what inspired you to start acting?
Jessie, I'm 19 years old. I was originally born in Ireland. My mum's side is Ukrainian, dad's side Irish. I started my passion for performing at a very young age. I was probably around 10. I started off as a ballerina when I was in Ireland. Even when I was a ballerina, I just loved acting. I remember doing auditions in Ireland for little commercials, and I'm glad that I started at a young age because I think that makes the process a little bit easier. But millions of people worldwide want the same thing. And it is a very tough industry to get into. For a lot of big actors out there, it took them years to get their name out, even if they started very young.
And what have been the most challenging moments in this journey?
But when I was a little bit younger, if I was to get rejected from something, it was like, I'm not fit for this isn't for me, I should do something else. To realize that if you can't handle rejection, you can't be in this industry. You compare yourself to people who just get to where they want to be like this. Realize how much effort and how much work needs to be put in. And even if you're so willing to do that, there's always that question will I make it? And if you think about that question too much, you start to overthink, what will I do if I don't?
How would you say that your accent has affected the audition process? Have you ever had to diverge from your own accent to appeal to casting agents?
Honestly, sometimes. If they're looking for something specific and they like you, if they liked your audition and things like that, they would be like, oh, could you do this again, but could you try this accent? I've had auditions before where I had to do a proper British accent and I didn't even recognize myself. You get worried because my accent isn't exactly full-on Irish. A lot of people get confused with it. Some people think it's Canadian, or I've even had South African before, or Australian. Even though my Irish accent has faded so much, an Irish accent isn't something I'm too worried about because I could easily bring it out if I wanted to. If it was a London show, for example, would people be like, oh, she doesn't sound British, why did they cast an American? I think one of the things that I would definitely do, because I haven't done this yet, is get an accent dialect. The next time I audition for something, I'll really try power into it as much as I can without having my normal accent slip, because I don't really want that to throw anyone off in any way. I've just always kind of thought to myself, I just have to be myself, and if I have to put on a different accent, which is obviously expected for a lot of different shows and movies, then obviously I'm more than happy to do that, whether that's working by myself, with my mum, with a dialect coach. I do feel like there needs to be more representation. They cast actors who are very popular to represent a role that doesn't really fit them. Recently, you see the same actors in every role. It just feels like the industry is just not really taking new coming actors seriously. They just want to hire Hollywood stars. I really think staying true to a character in a movie is really important. I feel like if they were to give more roles to people who are just trying to get up there instead of just typecasting and going for the exact same people you see in every film, it would just make it a lot more inclusive and it would make cinema a lot more interesting.